Angry guy here, and a black woman disrespects a man in Dubai and they throw her in jail immediately as passport bros leave. A black woman disrespects a man in Dubai and they throw her in jail immediately as passport bros leave. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
So I am here in Dubai and I'm going to test drive this Mercedes truck. If everything goes well, I might just start living and start my own company in Dubai. Let's see how it goes.
I might be the first female truck driver to ever drive a semi-truck in Dubai.
Today is officially our last day in Dubai. We're going to go to the mosque and we have to wear the traditional clothing that they wear. We cannot wear dresses, fitted clothes, and, revealing clothes.
Now look at that. A place where rebellious Western women, where they go and they are forced to respect themselves. They are forced to put on clothes. They are forced to be respectful to others and carry themselves as a feminine woman. If not, they could suffer serious consequences. And unfortunately, this woman right here, she messed around and had to find out in Dubai. This is Tiara Allen, also known as the Sassy Trucker. She's an over-the-road truck driver in America, a trucking influencer. It's really a whole segment of these women. They get into trucking, they get these BBLs, they wear these tight clothes, they're bending over online, doing these pre-trips and post-trips, or they stop to the truck stop to get fueled up and they're bending over at the fuel pumps, trying to get all the men's attention that's around them, because trucking for the longest, since forever, it's a male-dominated profession. But in recent years, you have a lot of females come into the industry. In my opinion, they have not made the industry better. And yes, I'm talking about this trend where females are running around in Magic City uniforms, looking like they just left the club 6 o'clock in the morning, frolicking around the truck stops, all around the yards and trucking companies, shippers, receivers, talking about their truck drivers now. It's like a whole 304 segment of some sort of female trucker OnlyFans. City girls are everywhere now. They're in every industry, from the boardrooms to the classrooms to the highways. But hey, that's a whole nother lesson for another day. Right now though, we're talking about the Sassy Trucker. It appears that she went over to Dubai being sassy, and now she could be facing serious consequences for doing that. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. The word of the day is respect. You Western flamingos don't know how to respect yourself and respect others, but while you're flocking to these other countries, especially countries in the East, you females better learn how to respect the laws of the land. Respect. If you're watching right now, type respect below in the comments. The Sassy Trucker is a 29-year-old trucking influencer, San Diego native residing in Houston. Thousands follow her on TikTok, lots of men that's also in the trucking industry. She shares posts like this one, her standing in front of a truck with the caption, "Get you a lady that drives big trucks." Or stretching routines where she's bending over, showing parts of her behind, telling truck drivers, I'm talking about a bunch of men, to remember to stretch. Just a lot of thirst traps. Here's one of her latest messages from June 2023. She said, "Your soulmate could live in a different country." Well, the Sassy Trucker went to Dubai. Why? Because everybody's going to Dubai now. It's a hot spot, especially for black women. Although personally, ladies, you really need a masculine man to accompany you to a place like the UAE.
Whatever, I do what I want.
Okay, whatever, go ahead, but hey, that's me. I'm not going to Dubai without the mister, and I don't recommend single women being over there alone or with other single women. You're not in the US. Things are very different. And it looks like that's what the Sassy Trucker is finding out the hard way. It's a frightening situation to be in, but ladies, please learn something from this, or it could happen to you too. It's safe to say that she won't find her soulmate in Dubai, but she was over there, got involved in some sort of rental car accident or collision. She was a passenger, her friend was the driver. She went to the rental car company to get her ID and some personal belongings that she left in the car, and she ended up getting into a dispute with the men working at the counter. Now the sassy trucker was arrested and charged, and she cannot leave the country.
On Fox, the last 2 months are described as terrifying for a Houston woman who we're told is being detained in Dubai.
Fox 26's Domly Keith joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Domly.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City, but according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
You know, guys, I mean, and it's so crazy because in America, these women, you know, they'll get crazy on any guy over anything, and they'll publicly shame you. I mean, they'll destroy a man's life, right? But in Dubai, it's actually illegal for a woman to yell in public or for a woman to scream at a man. This is actually illegal in Dubai. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications to never miss another video again, and like the video because it tells YouTube you enjoy the content, you want to see more of it, so they'll show you more of it. But I mean, guys, this is something that is a huge problem. A lot of women, not just black women, feel that they can be disrespectful, they can raise their voice, they can have this type of behavior. This is why so many guys after M2 don't really speak to a lot of women anymore. They literally just go, they work as much as they choose to. They play their video games. If they have friends, they hang out with their friends. And a lot of guys today are now avoiding public places as well. You know, that where it's possible for women to say things to them. I mean, guys, you know what the future is right now, where things are headed? Things are headed towards private gyms. Like, I'm going to be really honest. Like, the direction things are going in are private gyms. Like, private, like, you know, for men. Gyms only for men. You're going to say, well, how is that even possible? Well, you know how it's possible? What they do is they create a club, a private club. All right, they create a club that only men can join, and then they can make it, let's say, like invite only. And it's very easy to. And how do you go about doing this? Well, you request an invite. So you can go to their website, or you can even go straight to the door and go inside and say, I'd like to request an invite to join your gym. All right. And this is where it's going. This is where it's going. And you'll go in. And it's interesting because it becomes a privilege when it's like that, it becomes a privilege being allowed to go to the gym and to work out there. And they can tell you to get out. Like, if you don't show up, if you start creating problems in there, the last thing, you'll always make sure that you're paid on time. Because listen, they'll tell you have a couple of options. You can come here and you can work out in peace, or you can go to Planet Fitness and end up on some influencers' TikTok saying that you were looking at her. You were looking at her, and now your boss is calling and saying, "Listen, I know you. It's not your fault. I'm gonna have to let you go because this is bad for the company." And you're saying you can see and you're there crying your eyes out saying, "But you can see the video. I didn't do nothing. I didn't say anything." And your boss, "I know, I understand, but listen, it's after M2, we just can't afford it. We're gonna have to let you go." They're gonna tell you straight up. They'll tell you straight up, like literally. So this is the future. This is the absolute future, where you're gonna have men creating these private spaces, invitation only. And you want to work out, okay. Well, it's invitation only. We'll try you out. And when you join these private gyms, because like I said, it's gonna technically be a private club. You're gonna be on probation. They're gonna put you out. You're gonna put you on probation. All right. You don't just get to join and no, they're gonna put you on probation. They're gonna try you out because it's a privilege to be there. Guys, think about it. It will become a privilege to be in male-only spaces. This is how serious it's gonna get. That's how crazy things are right now. I'm one of the first people to call this, first people to predict this. You're gonna see a lot of these places popping up, invitation only. All right, you're gonna have bars that are invitation only. All right, you'd like to come in there and have a drink, you can go in, request an invite. Okay, request an invite. Request an invite. There are going to be some places where the only way you can get in is if you know another man and he's already pre-screened you. All right? So you're going to need a sponsor. Some of these places you're going to need a sponsor. You don't just get to join because they don't want Simpson there. They don't want Simpson there. You're going to need a sponsor, a man that has already been vetted himself, and it has to vet you, because if he brings anyone in there and they act up, that's on him. That's on him, and he could end up in trouble. So he has to vet you and vouch for you. All right? And then after he's vouched for you, and you're allowed, you've been extended an invite. All right? You're still not in yet, because now the club itself is going to vet you, and the men, and you're amongst men, so now they're watching your behavior. Okay, it's not about being on perfect behavior, but you better know how to act like a man and carry yourself around other men. It's going to be real. It's going to be that serious. This is literally where things are headed. It's literally the wolf pack. Like, the wolf pack is going to emerge. I'm calling it right now. The wolf pack is going to emerge. You're going to start seeing it. And guys that, these guys, these SIMPs that, that have made the lives of men in around the world in Western society miserable, they're going to be cut from the pack. They are going to be cut from the pack. You get caught. Because men know, you get caught doing this type of thing, you're one of these guys, they'll cut you from the pack. And a lot of these guys who've done these things, they're going to find themselves socially isolated. Okay? They're going to find themselves socially isolated. And when they find themselves socially isolated, they think that, oh, well, I can just keep on going around and behaving like this because, they're women. So I don't care what these guys think. And when they get cut from the pack and other men won't deal with them, won't speak to them, guess what happens? Guess what ends up happening? This is the truth. Men should not be fighting for the validation of women. All right? Men should be fighting. Men should be fighting to be accepted by other men. Other masculine men. Because women can't do anything for you, and they won't do anything for you in most cases. Even if they have it, they won't do it for you. The only other person that may ever help you in this world is a man. And let me tell y'all something. Love between men is real. And when I say love, I'm not talking about anything I'm not talking about intimacy, or physical, nothing like that. I'm talking about genuine love. Love between men is not only real, it is love between men that has allowed men to survive for hundreds of thousands of years. Because if those other men in your pack did not love you, if they didn't love you, it was not about what you simply brought to the table. Okay? Because if that was the case, they wouldn't go out there and fight to simply protect you. If the pack did not love you, they would cut you. They would get rid of you. Let me make that very, very clear. It is because of the love of other men why individual men can survive. Love, L-O-V-E. If other men did not love you, you will not survive. If the pack cuts you off, You would not survive without that love. Think about that very, very carefully. Women, women have had it easy from the very beginning because basically men were forced to be in relationships because women were the only ones who could reproduce. If women did not have that capability, if men could find another way to reproduce without having to go that route, there would be very few women today. Because ultimately, when we talk about love, men throughout history we're not truly, at the beginning of time, for men, for tens of thousands of years, people think that it's love why women survive. It wasn't love. It wasn't love. Men had no choice. Men have never had a choice when it comes to women. All right? The only choice they have is choosing a woman who submits to them and who makes their life easier, not harder. But they didn't have a choice because they needed to replicate. They needed to replicate to survive. Even in the West, go back a couple hundred years ago. All right? People had large families for a reason, because by having a large family, it increased your likelihood of survival. Going back to even the 1800s, before modern day society, people had large families because it increased your chances of survival. That's why they talked about a focus on the family. Okay? Every family member, specifically your sons, they were all assets. That's why fathers wanted to have a lot of sons. Because they are assets. They are a part of your survival. That's why you had children when you were young. Because without them, you're not going to survive. They increased your likelihood of survival. So you needed a woman. But let me make it clear. Let me make it very clear. The only reason why men stuck with other men, because at the end of the day, there's collaboration and guys work together for survival. But when it came down to the pack itself, if those men did not love you, they'd put you out. They'd put you out. It's the honest to goodness truth. You should not be fighting for the love of a woman. You should be fighting for the respect of other men. And a lot of these guys don't comprehend this. They don't get it until it's too late. If you want to be successful, it's something that Jay Waller said. If you want to be successful with women, you should not be trying to chase women. You should be trying to find what value you can provide to other men that they cannot provide to themselves. And then you will be rewarded with money and influence. And then as long as you work on yourself, work on your body, women will come to you. Get fit. Gain the respect of other men. Provide them with something that they cannot provide for themselves. You will get money. You will get respect. You will gain influence. Work on your body. You will get women. That's it. That's the algorithm right there. Unless you are a CHAD, she will never love you. She will only love what you could do for you, and what she can only love. She will only love what you can do for her and what you have, but she will never love you as a person. And that's fine, because as soon as you realize it, the better off you will be.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tierra Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different, so be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend while in United Arab Emirates. Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming in Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban pending the outcome of the investigation.
It's very frightening. The longer she's been there, the more reality has started to kick in.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same thing a man can do in Dubai. It's not fair and it's not right.
Now, the 29-year-old does now have an attorney there in Dubai, and her mom says she's told that she could face jail time because there is surveillance video of her.
Something interesting for you guys, I wanted to tell you. Men can also be arrested in Dubai for this type of behavior as well. A man cannot walk around in Dubai and exhibit toxic behavior. Men also have to be respectful. And I've also heard that if a man that you can end up in jail also for disrespecting a woman like that. So don't think that it's only one-sided. All right? Don't think that it's only one-sided and that the women are being targeted. And this is, in reality, men understand that there's a hierarchy and that they have to follow the rules and know the laws. They don't tolerate this type of crap in Dubai. They don't tolerate this type of behavior. A lot of these women, they go to Dubai and they see this place and they think, oh, it's so nice, it's so beautiful. There's a reason why Dubai is the way it is. It's because if they maintain order there, they maintain civility there. All right. They have rules. They have laws. You have to know how to conduct yourself. Before you step foot in Dubai, you should know what the main rules are in Dubai, what the behavior protocol is in Dubai, what the dress code is in Dubai. You need to know all of these things. Okay. She cannot say that she was treated unfairly. Here's the craziest part. If they were taking advantage of her at the rental company, it would be very simple to just go and get an attorney or even to speak to law enforcement. Okay? Because in Dubai, they can handle these things. They don't want people who come to the country to be ripped off, to be taken advantage of. It's quite simple. She could have spoken to the police. She could have, because for example, if they have her ID and her credit cards and those types of things, there are certain things that they legally have to return to you. There are certain things that they legally have to return to you, and if it was an issue like that, again, there's a way to remedy that. Okay, but she thought that she was gonna do the whole I can speak to you however I want to speak to you, and you can't do anything to me, and you cannot stop me because I am big and I am bad and I am powerful and I will do bad all on my own. Yeah, and you see exactly where it landed you, because that type of behavior will not be tolerated there. It's just how it is.
For screaming. Now, we have reached out to the U.S. and the UAE embassies. Will government officials step in and give her assistance? I'm still awaiting responses. Reporting live near downtown Houston, I'm Damalie Keith, Fox 26 News.
Black women, American women, Western women, Dubai won't let you get away with what you get away with in the United States. The talking crazy and cursing, causing public disturbances, you know all that you can get away with in New York City and LA, but not Dubai. Dancing in Magic City uniforms, popping thought pockets, calling it culture. Y'all can get away with that in Atlanta and Trinidad or the Puerto Rican Day Parade, but y'all not getting away with that in Dubai. Running up on men, talking flip at the mouth, talking about BAN-word this and that, like y'all do in Memphis and Houston. Y'all not doing none of that in Dubai. You know, all this freedom that we have, you are not going to have it anywhere else. And honestly, you shouldn't. I think we condone too much crap over here anyway. And no, not just in America, Western culture. Western culture has ruined millions of people, and now they think they can waddle their BBLs to the UAE where women still have decorum. And those people, they are not having it. Why? Because they don't want their women influenced by this trash. This hood bopper mentality like the one that's praised over here in the West that ruined our image as black women. And yes, I say ruined because like I've said plenty of times before, our grandmothers, great-grandmothers, great-great-grandmothers right here in America, they were not like this. Pull up the pictures from our American ancestors, and those women looked respectable. They respected themselves. They respected their men. They respected their families. You know, people like the Turners of Atlanta. And side note, if you missed that story, definitely check that one out today. I'll leave the link below. But yeah, we have real families and communities. And some people are saying, well, she just screamed. That's not putting hands on somebody. And that's how sad and normal it is now for this ridiculous behavior. People are not yelling and acting crazy over there. You don't see stupid road rage incidents like what we see over here in New York City or Atlanta or DC. And the sassy trucker, no, they do not want you moving over there, starting a trucking company and being what you said will be the first female to drive there. They do not want that. They leave those jobs to the men. They want their women to be feminine women, not trucker ladies. They want women to take care of themselves, their families, their men, and not run around with this confused baby bop bimbo babble that we hear over here, where y'all like to say you're feminine and masculine females at the same time, or the crazy concepts y'all made up like alpha female. They do not want that over there, and I don't blame them. Or let them disrespectful birds like the ones who went over there to Ghana at the castle. Yeah, let them try to have hot girl summer over there in Dubai. I'm telling you, all this stuff that you see in the public over here, if they try that over there, it's not going to end well. Make sure you're not ignorant. Learn a little bit about the culture and the people before you go over there visiting. Be respectful, be logical. That's why I say you really shouldn't go without a masculine man, because sometimes women get emotional, flustered, and don't know how to control themselves. So yes, you need a competent chaperone, a man, to make sure you make it out of the Middle East alive or free from detention. Now, you ghetto rebellious hood rats, I am not about to argue with you about this in the comments. This is something that you should have learned from your mama. As for the sassy trucker, she said that she's been taking a break from trucking since last year.
Guys, listen to me. A lot of men won't accompany these women over there. Because if you go over there, you're responsible for her. All right? And if she starts acting crazy and you are with her, all right, they will hold you responsible and they will put you in jail alongside her. And you might even get in more trouble than she'll get in because you're responsible for her. This is the truth. So a lot of men will not, any man with common sense won't risk it. Dubai, they won't risk it. Because if there was a woman who they know at any moment can put them in this amount of trouble because they don't know how to act, all right? You've got to be kidding me. Let me make this very, very clear. It's about the behavior. Do I agree that a woman should have a chaperone? It should have a man with her in Dubai? Absolutely. But the truth is, no man is going to want to be with a woman who doesn't have self-control and is going to exhibit this kind of behavior. Regardless if a woman is traveling with a man or without a man to Dubai, if she doesn't know how to behave, if she doesn't know how to act, then either way there's going to be problems. That man can't stop. That man can't change the laws. That man can't do any of that. We need to be completely honest about it. We need to be honest. That man can't save her. He'll just end up in a bunch of problems himself because of her behavior. It's not a game, guys. It's literally not a game. And again, guys, if you're enjoying this content, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, never miss another video again, and like the video because it tells YouTube that you like the content and you want to see more of it, so they'll show you more of it. Hey, everyone. I appreciate your support and feedback. If you want to show your gratitude, you can use the Super Thanks feature to tip me any amount you like. You'll also get a special comment that I can see and reply to. Or you can become a channel member using the join button and get exclusive perks like badges, emojis, live chats, and more. Your support helps me make more videos for you, so thank you and stay tuned for more. Guys, a black woman disrespects a man in Dubai and they throw her in jail immediately as password bros leave. What do you guys think about this? I want to know your opinion on this. All right. So let's talk about it more in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the sassy truck driver. And if sassy truck driver, I mean the Pink Book Lessons sassy truck driver. No, she's probably going to prison. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons for dropping this content. I'll link you to her channel and the original video so you can watch the full video in the description by clicking the link in the description. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.